Hi, my name is John and this is Business Focus. In today's video, we'll be talking about the soaring value of Tesla, the company, the ups and downs of owning a company like Tesla, what's happening here, what precipitated the sudden increase of its value. Is it going to be sustainable? Or is it a red flag warning for many investors planning on investing in the company? Or is it more positive things to come for the company? So we'll take a look at this one. So let's get started. So according to this article at businessinsider.com, it mentioned that Tesla's market value is now soaring for almost 300 billion in just the past month alone, as deals with General Motors and Ford with its supercharged charging capability, partnering with those company is going to make them a lot of money, which I think is very integral. Obviously, opening up the ability for many car manufacturers who's into the electric vehicle segment, being able to unify one charging port that's applicable to all electric vehicles, not make it more difficult. You have to add in, an adapter just to be able to charge it if you're using a different vehicle, let's say from Tesla to GM and Ford or other car manufacturers. In this case, which is not going to be, making it more difficult for people to adopt your technology rather than, making it supposed to be easier in the first place, right? And if we were to take a look at its stock price currently, so Tesla is currently has a holding price of a little over $261, which is, pretty high, a bit overvalued if you think about it. Looking at its price to book per ratio, if we were to look at it closely, currently it's the price to book ratio is now at 17.17, which is pretty high because the ideal price to book ratio is 1:1. So anything above 1 is overvalued, anything below 1 is considered undervalued. And but the interesting thing here is in terms of its price to book ratio, it has been holding steady at the around, in the teens. So can they continue to hold that value, or will it continue to rise, or will it, come down to earth? And obviously that will reduce the value of its company. But as of right now, it's still holding steady here. Now, as mentioned earlier, the value, the market value of the company has surged by nearly 300 billion in the past month alone, which has enabled them to reach a market capitalization of a little over 800 billion dollars, which is nearing the trillion mark, which Apple has already achieved that some time ago. Now, obviously, positive signs is leading to this one in terms of investors' positive direction that the company is taking. That's why, the increased valuation here in terms of partnership of with other car manufacturers in their access of their supercharger network is a boon. But obviously, the innovations that they're doing, hopefully improvements on the vehicles, is warranting the increase of their value. Now, obviously, for me, in my opinion, I think for them to be competitive, it's not just that the electric vehicle that they're offering is an alternative to fuel combustion engine, but obviously making the car sound. I think if it's even better or approximately similar to even as better like a Toyota vehicle, I think they're on the right mark. But in terms of its pricing, it's still way too expensive for the masses. Trying to buy the top of the line is costing around $100,000. And even though they've reduced the price slightly, a few thousand here and there, it's still considered a luxury rather than an affordable vehicle for the masses here. Think of, Japanese car maker like Honda or even Toyota here. But nonetheless, they're making a dent, in the market here. But you know, we'll see. And anyway, so the impressive stock rally mentioned here reflects the investors' confidence, optimism about Tesla's ability to monetize its EV charging technologies and infrastructure, which I think I've been saying this for them, not just for Tesla, but for the EV market to grow. I think they need to add more chargers nationwide, not just in the United States, but in other parts of the world, whether in Asia or in Europe. because the only way for you to convince a lot of people to convert or even consider electric vehicle as a viable option is, to make the car more sound, reliable, as mentioned, to make it safer and reliable, or even better than a regular combustion. How they do that? Obviously, they have to keep on refining, improving the vehicles, not just focus on the software part, which is, I think, what Tesla is leveraging, also being able to monetize that by charging a certain fee or a monthly fee for you to be able to access that, which is, I think they could do that, but I think it's not to the detriment to the customers here, because obviously, if I'm buying a car, I want the full accesses without any help from the company here. And if there's going to be any software, it should be at my discretion of what I want included, and what features I want to use and not use, and that I don't have to pay for that extra feature here, because obviously it benefits them. It doesn't benefit us as a consumer, unless they're offering us something so tremendous that we're willing to pay an extra fee or a monthly fee for that fact here. And don't get me started, as mentioned, we've been discussing for the longest time regarding the FSD that they're offering, their software, which is still a long ways to go. Now, as mentioned before, even though they're able to do certain things or majority of the things, right, but it's still not yet 100% safe in terms of fully relying on the machine or the AI to fully navigate the vehicles here, because obviously it only takes just one minuscule mistake or error for that to turn out terribly for the passenger, could cause fatality here. Now, some say that there are studies that shows that they are improving, but still, it's not yet safe. How do I know it's not yet safe? Because if they're not able to incorporate that in aircraft technology, that all aircraft planes has to be can be piloted remotely or independently by itself, then that's the only time I will say that with confidence that land-based vehicle is now safe to ride or drive by itself without any help from the user themselves. But until that time comes, obviously, it takes time to develop that, which I understand, but mismarketing it can be dangerous and can be deadly. But going back here now, obviously, all the positives for the company here, you want to be careful here if you're considering investing in the company. Obviously, buying at a high price would be counterproductive. You want to wait it, if it drops significantly before investing in it, if you think it's the right way. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but obviously you want to do your part or due diligence in terms of researching if there's a better option in terms of investing in other companies outside of Tesla. But if you're enamored with the company, obviously with their technology that they're incorporating, who knows, in a few decades time, can they translate that into something even more significant, that they'll be the market leaders of not just the EV market, but in terms of offering other products and services. Who knows? But obviously, as of right now, we can only base it on terms of their performance, and obviously the ups and downs of increasing market competition with other car manufacturers. Even now, they're a global market or global brand, having markets in not just in the United States but in Asia, in Europe as well, and in China. He just recently visited in China. Is that a sign of checking what's going on in China? Is the demand for Tesla vehicles declining because of other competitors eating away in their market share, or is it just of things to come wherein their demands will slowly increase over time? We'll see, and that's the nature of the beast of being a leader in your market, and obviously other car manufacturers, companies trying to catch up or overtake your position here. That's why Tesla, in this case, cannot rest on their laurels to look at more ways how to innovate, improve on their technology, or in this case, the vehicle itself. Because I think first and foremost, you're selling a vehicle. The second part is the electric vehicle part, and if you cannot sell that, those two things well, it's going to be a difficult sell for many people who's on the fence. Even I myself, considering should I buy an electric vehicle, and considering in other markets like here in the Philippines, the the problems of flooding could be detrimental to an electric vehicle. So something, one would be hesitant to purchasing an electric vehicle here. But that's the only issue here in our country. But obviously in other parts, if it's not an issue here, then obviously more power to the company here. So we'll see here. I'll keep you updated with the goings on where Tesla is going moving forward here. Anyway, that's about it for this week. Come back again on Wednesday for more business update. As always, if you find this video interesting or entertaining, to say the least, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you've reached this part of the video anyhow, to help support the channel, continue grow this channel as always. Anyway, as always, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.